Hey, right, and welcome to Striving for Glory 45. I'm Snake Belmont, and with me today, I have Warrior.
Yeah, you have a very nice May player who totally knows what she's doing all the time.
Mayhap.
Mayhaps, but it is indeed another striving for glory. I'm excited. It's as per usual, qualifier for wanted, so the goal is to win, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of a different one, and I think last week would have been the first of this case, but now we've got crossplay, so we've got like a bunch of new players who've entered through the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, no, that's the crossplay is actually real and it's nice.
But also we haven't. So I just saw the bracket earlier, and we had not the bracket earlier, but the results from last week. Of course, first we had Agnologia, who is in this tournament today. Second was Tiger Pop, who is absent today. But we still have Kara, Armix, Carlos, who is a May player, of course, Juxtaposer, Punisher, the Skinja,
There's
Rio as
still
well as a
quite like
replacement.
Rymix, of course, also playing. Like there's JTT also playing. Like there are quite a few people here that you're probably not quite wanting to meet in bracket yourself if you like playing.
Yeah, like Armix especially is I guess it's weird because not many people actually play Ram um, to like to the level of like say Xando and Armix.
Yeah.
I'd say unfortunately Armix is the second best
Well, the thing is,
um,
is
after
that
Xando.
both of those play quite differently. So even if you learn versus one of them, you don't quite know how the other one plays. So it's one of those things where there's not enough of them to get enough experience to be ready for both of cases where you have to fight them.
Yeah, they may not have like certain matchup experience on
Yeah.
certain characters, and of course we're gonna have to also see, especially with a character like Ram who recently got nerfed, how will Armix adapt to the damage nerfs that she received.
Yeah. Like there's definitely she didn't get hit too hard, definitely, but the knockdown changes and like the damage changes are definitely there. You can definitely tell. It's not as visible as a character say Nago, who, I mean, you can try literally say do it on Nago now instead of do it on Chip. So
Yeah, but I feel like his changes still allow him to play exactly the same way that he did before. It just means that he just takes more damage. It's more risky. Because
it's
I've
actually gambling now. Yeah.
because I did play a Naga Ryuki last week when I was just playing it off and on, and it was just like, yeah, he's going mental, and then you just got to survive the initial onslaught, and
Yeah.
then the real game begins.
Yeah, I think it's for Nago specifically, the changes are more like if you weren't good at dealing with Nago to begin with, this does nothing for you.
Yeah, it's
However,
not
if you were good at blocking Naga and like dealing with it, this change is great.
like it doesn't really change. I don't think it changes matchups or anything like that. It just makes him kind of slightly easier to deal with, and
Exactly.
it's really just like kind of slap on the wrist for his war crimes earlier.
Yeah. It's really one of those things where like if you weren't good at it before, it's not gonna help. But if you were, you punishing Nago actually is gonna feel more significant now, which is nice.
Yeah, it will actually die in like one combo if he pops. Like if people misuse their
Yeah.
anyway. We also didn't. We've got Ryo. Ryo is taken as well, which is who's a Happy Chaos player, and
Oh yeah, I
Happy
remember.
Chaos also
Yeah.
was one of those characters that only got a small slap on the wrist in terms of I think grounded confirms with the 6K nerf.
Yeah, and it turns out as well, like depending on how you played Happy Chaos, you either notice it or you don't, which is interesting.
Well, I think what it nerfs is the corner loops, and it really significantly reduces the effectiveness of 2K, which goes under a lot of
Yeah.
moves. So it was just kind of used, and it just swings under,
Yeah.
and it's just very annoying.
Meanwhile, I'm just happy they actually buffed Beach Ball. Like they did the thing.
Yeah, I saw Slash posted something today or yesterday where it was like, I think it was like a burst bait or a DP bait where the beach ball would hit meaty and you'd still get like 40-50% and all the way to the corner.
Yes,
crazy.
you can also do some funky cross-up stuff with beach ball now, which very nice. Totally needed that.
I was wondering if they'd actually just make the beach ball how it was in previous Guilty Gears, but I guess they want to keep it the way it is with just as
I
like a strong
personally
Oki tool.
would have preferred Exart beach ball. I think it's more unique and it fits me better.
That would be mental in this game, though. You just put it up and then you just get grabbed. Come on, grabbed.
If you put that up in this game, and because in Exart you do get a combo from it, and I don't want to imagine how bad that will be in this game.
Yeah, and you get the presence of just I think slow projectiles generally in a lot of fighting games are just really strong.
Yeah.
I think Milia used to have something. She used to have pin, and she used to have a slow projectile that went in and out, kind of like Seth's Ultra 2, if you're familiar with Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
A lot of those older tools. Slow projectiles are one of those things that really add to your monster stack because you have to consistently worry about them until they're no longer active.
It's what made Gold Lewis really strong last season.
Yeah.
And that's something that might really hurt him here because there was a Japanese tier list that came out, and Triple S rank was Gold Lewis's drone.
Yeah.
And then everything else, was the typical.
Yeah, but I think we're about ready to get into this match. I think so. Like, it should be ready soon, and I'm excited. Like this.
So right now he loses. He'll lose the drone on getting hit.
Yeah,
which is a big pain. I don't know if they should do something like that because like Testament, Kai, and Bridget all have situations where if they block something, they get punished for it. Like they lose stun state, they lose stain state, and yo-yo.
I don't know. They could maybe do something for Golders with a security level for that, but at the same time, it's a little weird. It's hard to say. Like,
it's a meter as well. They make lots of metered stuff really strong.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't start with it. This is going to be death by 1,000 cuts or death by 1 cut.
This is really one of those situations where either you swat the fly, or the fly annoys you to no end. Like.
Oh, nice stuff. It looks like Guessing Game might get to play this round.
Yeah, probably just gonna keep the burst of launch, let it be. But, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even try to bait the burst. I think it would have been a waste anyway to keep hold of all that.
I think they both realized there's no point in bursting there. Yeah. So good confirm here. Will be. Oh no, that is pain. Immediately comes.
That's a situation. You know what chip players do? They don't expect it ever to be blocked, so they're not blocking afterwards. They never expect it to be blocked.
You're gonna press VP, right? Like that's how this works. Again, like the drone presence is here now, which definitely helps. And oh no, he gets caught by the Behemoth Typhoon.
Beautiful.
I do like how the run set is seemingly kind of slow, but immediately, like the moment it has happened, the gas gets on. Like they step on the gas.
Yeah. So it is a really great tool. I think God Lewis has a couple of really good tools like that just force momentum. Like he just kind of forces momentum with the BTs and with the laser.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Punish.
Oh no. Unfortunately, you cannot wire C there. That's pain.
And it looked like he tried to super in that situation, but unfortunately ended up jumping.
Yeah. Probably tried to churn it a little too much and got the jump.
Probably churned. Tried to get the 720, that might have been the only way to kill in that situation.
Exactly. That is a very big possibility. Doing those are still difficult, and getting them consistently especially. Especially in a situation where they're stuck on the wall, you have to do it quick.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why you mainly only see the full churned one on Wake Up, because they're just, going mental.
They're just spinning the stick around,
It's one of those situations that works better online and offline, that you can't hear someone going mental on the stick.
That is true. That is very true. But then again, you could also be doing it offline to roost them and be like, haha, I'm not actually doing that.
Yeah, that's a good tactic. Oh, nice 2K.
Troll comes in immediately, of course, this is where the pressure gonna come. Doesn't get hit by the cross, but follow-up actually works to know. Stuck in a corner where you don't have the greatest tools to get out of this world, Lewis. This is not ideal.
Oh, the run-up D was, he did forward D, and I think that might have been a fast dust situation. Nice air grab.
I always love seeing some air grabs though, but
Oh, see, look, chips never block. They know. They know.
they know.
They know it can't. They know it can't be blocked. So they immediately press buttons after.
They know most people are not good at blocking it, so it's like, yes, it's still my turn.
There we go again.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Big damage. Oh, it doesn't kill.
That's unfortunately didn't, but that does. You know, I'm guessing I'm really just setting it home, like, yes.
Yeah, the previous match took about, half an hour. And this one was about 30 seconds, just massive difference in terms of momentum for both characters.
Yeah. It's the difference in just the damage they deal, like, in their normal combos. Like, Chip does quite a bit of damage, but it is not as immediate, which you can really tell when it's, like, having to kind of dance around your opponent a little more before you actually get the kill. If God Lewis catches you once or twice, it's kind of over.
Yeah, and his pressure is like so tricky to get out of, and especially if Volton decides to DP. Then it's it's over.
Unless the DP hits, of course, but that's the question. Will it hit?
There we go, beautiful burst to keep him in the corner.
Yeah, I like that as well. Like, it's a good choice, especially because that limits Chip's movement, which very mobile character. Making sure that they have less movement options, always nice. Just like that, get the IB.
I think it's also a very tough situation because
just gotta make sure it kills.
The really tough situation there is that what I was thinking of an optimal thing maybe for Chips to do is to save the meter for safe reversals so that the pressure isn't there. But in that situation, he was just trying to avoid the chip damage from the BTs, which ended up, wasting all the meter.
Yeah, and I mean, this round again, very Gold Lewis style. Just, you catch them once and they kind of explode.
You just look away from the screen and you don't know what's happened,
It just goes quick, it's fine. You can definitely tell, like, a drone is still annoying, but it's definitely not the main thing that you're worrying about anymore, which is a good change, but Goldlow still does damage. Like,
I don't actually know what other changes he got this season.
I think like the most significant was the drone, which, fair enough, like...
Yeah, it makes him...
I think that fixes 6P slightly because of the 6P changes overall across the board. Like, it actually works better on certain things now than before, which is good considering it wasn't that great.
Oh, because they universalized the horizontal hitbox, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Backdashes, but still gets spotted.
Oh no, that's... Yeah. This is the situation where, like, you're not in a good position when having to deal with all that.
Oh, he was expecting a DP. I don't know if that was meant to be a DP. But he mistakenly did Wreckers and it worked out in it.
I generally think... Oh no, is that gonna... It is way of sending that as a punish immediately, of course.
He's got so much guts, it's really... Oh no, misses out on the second Wrecker.
Yeah, that's... It probably was a DP attempt that came out as Wrecker and, it was like, we roll with it, it's fine.
I feel like his heart's racing so much.
It probably is. I mean, you have to consider that there's so much chip damage coming out at you that you constantly have to think about that and trying to squeeze your way in before you die that way. It really does get to you. Gold Lewis mix? Is this real?
Oh, goes for the reset. Oh, nice nice way to dodge the 6p and to dodge the drone.
Yeah, it's a very good choice here. Of course, the command grab will not work, however, but keep pressing, it just works.
Oh, misses the whiff punish and execution while we're there.
Roll burst though, so clearly
Oh!
that's how this works.
What is he cooking?
Anyone can cook.
No, that one was mental. He spent 100 meter for that mix-up.
It looked cool. It worked.
He spent 100 meter for the speeds, for like the instant. I feel like that was really good, but it cost 100 meter for him to show that off.
It cost 100 meter to send himself like flying across the screen to get a potential hit. Like
No, that was unblockable. I don't think anybody's seen that.
Like it's not like it's unblockable, but because of how unexpected it wasn't unblockable basically. Oh, that's cool. That's some good stuff.
Garrett, you are sweating right now, looking to fight God Lewis. I mean, otherwise you got to fight Chip. Both of these characters are really kind of strenuous for that type of character.
Yeah, to be fair, both of them like it all depends on like player match was a big deal as well, but that DP finally just worked. But is it gonna keep working? That's the question. Like, so the DP has been baited before. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens again.
Big hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, unblockable.
I mean, you just know it. Like, they know it's not gonna be blocked. So why worry?
Oh, that's the situation I feel people aren't unaware of. When a guard break happens, I think like no matter what, you're always in 10 frames of block stun. You're always in 10 frames of block stun, but if you press a button, you can get injured.
Yeah.
And there, I think he tried to DP, but because he 2K'd within those 10 frames, he got hit.
And there we go. DP once more. It does not work out.
Carrot watching this round, absolutely sweating.
Thinking, oh no, this is not what I want. Please. But honestly, if you could choose, like, which would you fight instead?
I would probably prefer to fight Gold Lewis than just getting rushed down and not playing. Either way, I don't get to play. But one's a bit slower than the other.
One has more openings.
All the meter in the world?
Yeah, all the meter in the world. And the cross-up, you love to see it.
We had seen some tricky stuff that was kept on PS4.
It really was, and I mean, there's still meter available, so this is just, yeah.
And that was it. That was like a couple of mix-ups, just kind of unseeable stuff on the side of guessing game that you just couldn't see them.
Yeah, I guess his guessing game wasn't strong enough.
No, he had to play the guessing game, which wasn't.
Unfortunate.
Anyway.
No, I think I'm gonna put them in a guessing game, and then instead you have to play it. It can be quite difficult when you're not ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, challenge isn't loading. I was trying to look at the bracket.
Challenge is working as intended, clearly.
Yeah, hell. Who put Snappy in the commentate? Who put Snappy in the crowd? Get him out of here.
Damn.
Right. I'm not 100% sure who we have next.
Not that bad, because Challenge also does decide not to load for me, which very nice.
Looks like we got someone hiding behind in the crowd, so in the Testament hat. Yeah, we guys choose this. Is that Ram versus Milia?
Yeah.
This is another one of those death by 1,000 cut characters.
I mean, they both kind of are, right? Which
Well,
Interesting.
not Ram.
I mean, if you count the laser,
I mean, yeah, it hits you 1,000 times and gets
and
you,
and then does like half your health extra at the end because why not, right?
yeah. I think that's. I don't know if they fixed that, because it's down to how guts works in the game, and I think because heavier characters get more scaling on single hits. If you have a multi-hit and move, it doesn't take away the scaling, or something like that. That's why that moves. That's why it works in that way.
Yeah. Either way, we shall be seeing it very shortly. It's really gonna be a question of can Milia actually get the mix going, or are they just gonna explode?
Yeah, and Milia got a couple of new tools this patch. I think stuff that made her a little bit better.
I think Milia overall, yeah, like, is eating pretty decent this patch. It's just, it's RAM, right? Like, at the end of the day, if you get hit, especially as Milia, you still kind of just die.
Yeah, but there's a situation with Milia where most of the time and a lot of the matches just kind of they develop in a way where you get knocked down once, and then you just have to eat mix-up after mix-up. And she's got like some of the best tools for like kind of skipping neutral and getting in just really fast.
Yeah. Definitely will have to build right now, because bracke coming in a little bit of just... It's really difficult to get in a way, but at the same time, like, Milia is, like you said, has a few tools to do that very well. And especially keep going after that.
Just has to eat all this risk as well. Into plus frames. Oh, Mash is there. Could have been dead.
Could have been
feared for his life.
I mean, this is not enough, unfortunately, but quite close.
What sort do you think I'm feeling, Snappy? Is it having to play against Milias and having to play against Rams? We fly about all day like annoying players.
That is how it goes, to be honest, brother. Just like that, it is looking quite dire for Kelvin in this moment.
Catches him with the S and far S. Oh, the far S and then the HS. Which is
Your
one of
buttons
really
are that big. Just why not, right? If it's gonna kill.
Oh, nice grab. Keeps him in the corner as well.
Yeah, gets another grab as well. This is where it's gonna be difficult, like making sure that you don't press on the wrong moment and just, you know, explode when your risk is being built up just like this. It's dangerous.
So I think Kelvin attends Meltdown as well in London, and she's used to play in ICFC, which used to be a weekly tournament series, exclusive to like PlayStation.
Yeah.
So now crossplay is available. He's able to really kind of get back into the game and get back into the tournament scene.
Yeah, which is really nice, to be honest. Like, I'm just a big fan of with crossplay working, because you get to see so many faces that you wouldn't otherwise, and it just brings everyone together. It's just great.
Yeah, like, there's different stuff. Like I haven't seen like Voltan bringing in a couple of new chip mix-ups, even though one cost like 1 million meter.
It cost all the meter.
It
cost
really
all
fun.
the marbles, but it worked and it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool to see, and it's nice to see, you know, these kind of playstyles. And like to these kind of playstyles develop, and how players interact with, like, you know, console and PC players interact, you know, with like the charged dust, which many thought to be like unblockable on PlayStation 4.
I mean, Envy can tell you that it is not all, that it is unblockable, because he keeps getting hit by mine. So
Duel 1.
alright.
Oh, big 6p.
I mean, it is a big button, surprisingly, and burst
are
comes
the
out immediately.
5Ps?
Yeah. I think in general, like, wanting to get burst early, there's probably a good situation. Like, you can be in a very bad situation if you stuck in the corner already like that. So
Kelvin and Cheese are trying to play real footsies out here. I don't know if this is the game for it.
I don't know. This is Guild Gear's try. I think it is a game with the ground-based footsies.
Oh, any hit is like big counter hit. Nice tech. Oh, do you know what was weird? It looks like the tech took away some risk, which I never knew it did.
in general, they changed how risk works, right? Like it doesn't like how risk works in general, like intermediate game as well. So it's like risk doesn't last as long anymore, which is a very good change. Like it could feel like it lasted forever. And there we go, beautiful, just getting the kill.
Oh, trust the anti-air jab. I don't think I've ever seen that button as Milia.
I did not think that was gonna hit.
I think one of the big changes for Milia was that her 2D used to be unsafe, so she had to go into some unsafe pressure or something along the lines. So if she did 2D, you could just super her with like a majority of the cast, or she'd have to do something risky.
Yeah.
So that was like a... Oh, flies back into the corner.
And flies back into the corner and immediately gets hit, and just the sword is still too big. Bracke coming in, RC, that's gonna just go and finish that.
This looks like Cheese is playing with like a PS4 Pro. Well, I would understand it.
Seems to be the case, yeah. I'll have to ask what MV plays one because he keeps getting hit, but doesn't matter because that's gonna hurt. And now, of course, in the corner, getting another throw, RC is available as well.
Oh man, he just doesn't get to play. Doesn't even get to burst. Unfortunate. Gets it back at the worst possible moment.
Oh yeah, you wanted to play? Yeah, sorry, don't get to. This is my video game.
I think there's some ways that he hasn't tried to approach from the air at all, or Kelvin hasn't made like an aerial approach.
Yeah.
Which I think he would need. I've just got a loading screen.
As did mine. That is. I love Strife.
so. All right. All right. We'll be back to scheduled match in a second.
Just a little hiccup, but should be.
I can't see what
no.
it is.
That is one of the community minutes, just the Zard one. Yep, there we go. I don't know. To be fair, a lot of people do, which yes. The thing about that is what like confuses me is Shinny doesn't really get to do anything else anyway to the game. Like, you're not gonna get his attention this way. Yeah.
Yeah, we might not. I don't know if tournaments would be doable in that way, or
Would it be possible to do if one of us hosts the lobby and then streams it
no,
via
because it
Discord
would
to you?
just be.
Like, what if one of us hosts lobby, but then stream it via Discord so you can stream that? I don't know. Like, because it would be a lot harder to track if it's not you, because like obviously your account is a lot easier to find.
No, but it's.
I don't know.
It's
Like, it's
thing
just
is,
about...
it's what would happen either way is just if, as long as he gets access to the name, the R code, and then that can cause it to crash. So
Yeah.
as long as you.
Yeah, I
can
don't
see,
think her.
As long as you can see names.
Well, like, he
But I
doesn't
think
even need to
that's
see
the-
names because he can. We're eventually going to have to talk about the player, right? And then.
Working here? I think not. Yep. Oh, hello? Yes, okay, so hello stream. We're running in an issue where we can't open a lobby. Every time we try to initiate a lobby, yeah, there is no match. There is nothing happening. The hacker is actually ruining it. So there's a hacker out there who's ruined everything. He's becoming a Grinch. You know, he ruined Christmas. So it's not possible to actually stream anything. Just like how Salt Mine League was happening last year, or like a few months ago. I don't know. So like, yeah, I would like to apologize about that, but we'll have to like go offline.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think. Oh no. I don't know if this will be resolved anytime soon because it will be based on Arc System Works.
Yes, and it's holidays now, right? So like, go figure. Like, yeah, New Year's and stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna fix anything anytime soon. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go offline now. Sorry about that, and have a good night.
24p in the pot.
24p. I'll take that. Nah, I'll take that. No. Anyways, cheers, folks. Have a good night. If you need to reach any of the comms, these are the links. You know, you could follow them. Our lovely commentators.
Oh no, poor punished Venom didn't get to go today.
yeah. He's punished. Let's say that he got punished.
He really
He
did.
Legit punished. Yes.
The hacker was purely out to get punished Venom. He knew he was going to be on comms.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I can't have that.
In my head, damn. Okay. Alright, fellas. Have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.
Sweet.